comes under limelight when NITHISH Kumar dumps BJP and joins RJD and Congress, and what is the reason behind it? After the demise of the former CM Jayalalitha, what happened? Two secondary leaders were forcefully put into rift. By whom? By BJP. The reason is BJP. Just to hunt the Muslims in the name of law, they are coming with the ordinance like love jihad. They wanted to do the same in Bihar, but NITHISH Kumar severely, vehemently opposed it. It is against personal liberty, idiots, he told the BJP. What happens in the case of BJP is that after having alliance with an established party, they tried to emerge through the decline of the established party. That is what the underlinable part, that is what the remarkable part, that is what the highlightable part here in the case of BJP. NITHISH Kumar dumps BJP and joins hands with RJD and Congress. That is the hot topic today. As far as NITHISH Kumar is concerned, this particular decision has been made by NITHISH Kumar not because of any power-hungry politics, for sure. Because previously it may be the occasion where NITHISH Kumar joins and switched parties and switched alliances to get power, to get into power and to continue in the power. It may be the cause. But now especially, it comes under limelight when NITHISH Kumar dumps BJP and joins RJD and Congress, and what is the reason behind it? It is not because of power, but because of the dirty politics of BJP. As it could be seen, JP Nadda, the president of BJP, inside his party meeting, JP Nadda could be seen giving advices to his party workers that we should have alliances with regional parties. So, regional parties that are strongly established there. So, once we enter into a state and having alliance with an established party, and then by having alliance with the established party, we must be the emerging party there in the region, in the state, in the particular state. So that is very evident, and it could be seen in the likes of, in the examples of ADMK, it could be seen in the examples of Maharashtra, it could be seen in the examples of Bihar now today. How is it possible? If you could see, when there are weak party leaders, when there are rift between the party leaders, when there are rift between the secondary leaders in a party, when there is a death or grief of a particular party leader in a state like ADMK, after the demise of the former CM Jayalalitha, what happened? Two secondary leaders were forcefully put into rift. By whom? By BJP. The reason is BJP. They were forcefully pushed into the rift and the symbol was not given to them, and then because for the sake of symbol, now they are into trouble. Now they are into fight to get the symbol from election commission. Now it could be seen in the examples of Bihar now. After having an alliance in 1995, very meager percentage of vote bank BJP was having in Bihar. And then gradually, after having alliance with NITHISH Kumar, with JDU, after having alliance with NITHISH Kumar, they started growing by weakening NITHISH Kumar. That is the part here. If you are a party with an exemption propaganda, with an exemptional principles, with an exemptional creed, you could grow. That is an independent thing in an independent country, in a democratic country. But what happens in the case of BJP is that after having alliance with an established party, they tried to emerge through the decline of the established party. That is what the underlinable part, that is what the remarkable part, that is what the highlightable part here in the case of BJP. What happened in the case of NITHISH Kumar? In 1905, very meager percentage of vote bank they had. And then in 2010, after having alliances with JDU, with NITHISH Kumar, in 2010, they emerged to 16.5% of vote bank, the BJP. And then after 2010, in 2015, they emerged. BJP got the vote bank of 24%. 24% vote bank of BJP after having a very meager amount of, the comparison is between 2010 to 2015, they have emerged to 16.5 to 24. Such a huge, remarkable achievement this is by BJP, only by crushing, only by making the alliance partner decline. But what is the case of Nitish Kumar? In the case of Nitish Kumar, in 1905, the actual vote bank percentage of Nitish Kumar was 28%. The actual vote bank percentage of Nitish Kumar was 28%. And now, in the 2020, it has declined to the miserable percentage of 16%. Where is the comparison? 28 to 16, 12% of vote bank Nitish Kumar has lost now. So only because of this, now Nitish Kumar has decided to dump BJP. This is the reason here. This is not about power politics. This is not about power, thirsty of power, but this is about safeguarding the power of a regional party. This is about safeguarding the originality of a regional party. This is about safeguarding the power of a ruler, the power of the leader, the regional party's leader. Now then what happened? 30 seats were allotted to Chirag Paswan. Ram Vilas Paswan's son Chirag Paswan was made to contest in 30 seats where Nitish Kumar's victory was very clear. But he was made to contest the elections independently. He was made to contest elections there in 30 seats where Nitish Kumar's victory was very clear and easy. And then he lost it. He lost the seat only because of Chirag Paswan, who was who was supported by BJP in background, who was ultimately supported. It is very clear. It is crystal clear. Even a layman can understand who was behind Chirag Paswan. Chirag Paswan was made to contest those 30 seats only because of BJP to make Nitish Kumar lose those seats, and the comparison must be easy for the BJP to have an alliance with Nitish Kumar only if Nitish Kumar is weakened. So the 30 seats politics of Chirag Paswan, that vote bank politics of BJP, that BJP's vote bank increased and Nitish Kumar vote banks gradually started declining. And then 16 ministers were there. 16 ministers, 16 of BJP ministers were there in the cabinet of Nitish Kumar. What happened? Those entire 16 ministers were independent. They never wanted to consult with Nitish Kumar for any sake. They never wanted to have any word with Nitish Kumar. They were running the entire government independently, as if there was no CM at all. So Nitish Kumar was really, really hurt because of these activities, because of these dirty, filthy, cheap activities of BJP. 16 ministers never had a word with CM. And then what happened? They wanted to pass an ordinance as it was passed in Uttar Pradesh, Love Jihad. Ordinance for Love Jihad. There is no need at all. The jihad cannot be taken place by love. What is humbug? It is highly illogical. For an illogical thing, Uttar Pradesh, for what they are, just to witch hunt. Just to hunt the Muslims in the name of law, they are coming with the ordinance like Love Jihad. They wanted to do the same in Bihar, but Nitish Kumar severely, vehemently opposed it. It is against personal liberty, idiots, he told the BJP. And then it was impossible for the BJP to bring an ordinance like Love Jihad as it was in the UP. Especially in Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh, Nitish Kumar is also having alliance in Arunachal Pradesh with BJP. Nitish Kumar was demanding minister seats for his own party members, party MLAs. But instead of giving them ministers as per the request of Nitish Kumar, they started negotiating with the MLAs directly. If you are to become minister, come and join BJP. The proposal was accepted from JDU. Nitish Kumar lost his hold in Arunachal Pradesh. Then what happened? One after another assassination of broad daylight massacre of democracy and alliance. The ethics of alliance was massacred. The ethics of alliance was assassinated by BJP. This is the case of Arunachal Pradesh. And then there was a speaker named Vijay Kumar Sinha. That Vijay Kumar Sinha was running an entire independent government. Nitish Kumar said that in my entire life I have never ever seen a speaker like Vijay Kumar Sinha. Even we could have never seen a speaker running a government. But it was BJP's speaker. It was BJP's elected member who was elected as the speaker there in the rule of Nitish Kumar. Vijay Kumar Sinha could be seen running an entire independent government without consulting the CM, just because they are in power in center, just because they are the union government. This is the case of Vijay Kumar Sinha. And then there they had the like of Eknath Shinde from Maharashtra. There was a Eknath Shinde of Bihar, RCP Singh, who was picked by Nitish Kumar to become a secondary leader after Nitish Kumar, who was handed over all kind of party responsibilities, who was decorated, who was felicitated by Nitish Kumar, but betrayal was there as it was in the case of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde. Who was largely felicitated by Nitish Kumar. What happened? They took RCP Singh. Even before consulting, Nitish Kumar demanded three ministerial seats for his party. But they denied, and they actually agreed to give only one seat for Nitish Kumar. But even that also only to RCP Singh. So Nitish Kumar started thinking about that. Why RCP Singh? Why only RCP Singh? Just because he is the Eknath Shinde of Bihar. So they started playing games. Now it could be seen in the newspapers. It is today in the newspapers. RCP Singh started negotiating with 25 lawyers, 25 MLAs. 25 MLAs were seen negotiating with, RCP Singh could be seen negotiating with 25 MLAs. Now this is high time for Nitish Kumar. Through this video, what the message I would like to deliver is that high time for all regional parties to join hands with Congress. Only Congress could safeguard the nation. Only the leader Rahul Gandhi could safeguard this nation. With the secularism essence, with the union government essence, with the unity in diversity essence, with the democratic essence, only Congress could lead the nation, could safeguard this country. Those who selected BJP instead of Congress, they are witnessing broad daylight massacre of democracy in front of them. There is not even an iota of ethics regarding alliances. It could be seen in the likes of ADMK. It could be seen in the likes of Maharashtra. It could be seen in the likes of Bihar. Now it is high time for the public to safeguard this nation under one umbrella. That umbrella is Congress, under one leadership. That is our leader Rahul Gandhi. Thank you.